Conor McGregor revealed, because if you don't know, he actually owns a minority stake in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He got a stake early this year. He was at a press conference for the company in Spain to promote an upcoming event and revealed that he has 2 fights left on his UFC contract. Theoretically, one of them should be this Chandler fight that hopefully happens before the year ends. And he's very much interested in fighting for Bare Knuckle Fighting Champion. And we talked about it when that deal was made and he brought a stake. I thought, makes sense for him to eventually fight there. And it makes sense for them to have a fight there. Even if he loses the next 2, it's still a huge value get to have him come in and fight for them. Is this, we've talked about this so many times, that we don't think Conor is ever gonna get back in the octagon. He's stalled out so many times. But is this the reason for him to get this Chandler fight done, finish off the next fight, so he can go to BKFC and make all the money? Instead of just being under contract and he has a certain amount per fight and stuff, he can go make and promote whatever all kinds of money under the BKFC banner. And also on an athlete level, it seems like in a lot of ways, he's kind of bored maybe with MMA. You can't get any higher than a 2-division champion, the first 2-division champion, then do it again. That's not going to happen. But he was very excited about fighting Floyd, maybe going into to be the face of this sport that is growing, that is going to really doing some big things. And it is boxing. Is this the thing that gives him that motivation to finally get back in the octagon and we see Conor McGregor fighting for BKFC next fall?
I'd like to see that. I think he would do very well at that financially and from a competitive standpoint. Like I've shaken the man's hand before. His hand is like a cement block. Like the dude as a bare knuckle boxer would just wreck a lot of people, especially with the level of competition that they have there now. Like he would run shop. Even this whatever version of him, the Roadhouse version of him, probably still gets it done. We're talking about a guy who in the last 3 years, he's fought Agent 47 more times than he's fought in the octagon. He's fought Jake Gyllenhaal more times than he's fought in the octagon the last several years. At this point, Conor McGregor, the fighter, is a mythical creature to me. Like this is like we're talking about the History Channel. Like when I turn on the History Channel, I'm going to watch World War II documentaries. I'm going to watch something about like the Great Depression, and then this long era, way far in the galaxy, far away, of Conor McGregor being an active fighter. Yeah. That's just where we are. This is History Channel material we're talking about. Conor McGregor is also a guy who has his hand in so many different pots, and he gets really excited about things, and then they just kind of go away. He was really excited about going on this huge run to he was talking about trying to fight at middleweight and take that belt on. He says all these things and then doesn't deliver. Yeah. So this is probably just another thing to say that he doesn't deliver on. In the meantime, his name and his brand still can promote BKFC and still can attract dollars, and he's still going to rake in checks. So if and when he does complete his UFC contract and then go over to BKFC, maybe it's set up for him. I would love that. I would love for him to just fight Chandler, get that done with. Depending on how that goes, you still have the Nate Diaz fight if they can put that together as a trilogy, and then walks off into the sunset, or with the rumors of Khabib coming back with all of his issues, they put that together or something. There are possibilities, but it would involve a McGregor that we haven't seen since 2021. I don't know if that guy still exists anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to ever at this point expect him to ever fight again. But I just have a sense this is the thing that gives him motivation. He just lacked motivation. When you're filthy rich and one of the most famous athletes in the world, what's the drive, the motivation to go in there and get into a fight? I mean, so obviously, this kind of building this thing, because if it was up to him, he'd love to have some ownership stake in the UFC, but that's just not going to happen. So to get some ownership stake and some control and stuff like that on this kind of BKFC's pretty much become the UFC of bare knuckle fighting. I'm not to say bare knuckle fighting is on anywhere on the level of MMA, but it's a thing. It's what people know it as. They just know BKFC, and that's bare knuckle boxing. And he to be the face and one of the names, and I think that intrigues him. He's a businessman. He likes making money. He likes, he's still doing the proper 12 ambassador stuff and all those kinds of things. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is finally the kind of thing that really gets him going. I mean, but then again, he fights Chandler, gets injured, and he's like, I'm not going through all this again to get healthy and get back. So
it would be great because him active with BKFC opens up so many other doors of just entertainment possibility. I mean, last night we got to see one of their champions, John Dodson, in Rising. As part of this new partnership where they exchange talent and whatnot in Japan, embracing bare knuckle fighting. Man, to see Conor McGregor in some wild exhibition match against a pro wrestler or against Ryan Garcia's goofy ass or something like that, and would be very intriguing in Saitama Super Arena. Those are the possibilities that can open up. So I would like to see it. I just don't think that guy that's motivated to get it done in order to open that door, it still exists. I would love to be proven wrong.